All right, I think we're certainly looking forward to A Day. This gives players an opportunity and a real game-like situation to, be able to go out and compete against one another. I think we're still going to keep the same format in the A Day game too. The first defense is on one team, the first offense is on the other team, the first offense is with the second defense, the first defense with second offense. So the ones are always playing against the ones, and the twos are always playing against the twos. We will hold some guys out. There will be, quite a few guys out of the game, but this is going to be a game where a lot of the young players, really get an opportunity to play. We'll probably make it pretty simple on offense and defense so that, guys can go out there and play fast and, you know, um, sort of show us what they can do. I think the big question is, that every player should ask themselves, how do you add value to yourself? I guess you could self-assess and say, did I create value for myself this spring, this off-season program by how I improved what I did? And you really don't do that by feeling entitlement or feeling like you don't need to do something or you don't need to improve because of maybe something that you accomplished in the past. But you really got to be committed to investment in your future. When you invest in your future, that's any of us and all of us. You have an opportunity to get better. You have an opportunity to improve your status. You have an opportunity to create value for yourself. And then you also, when you're in a team situation, you have a chance to add to the value of the team and what the team can accomplish. So, I know the players are really looking forward to at least having 50% stadium full. That'd be great. I encourage people to come out. We're going to honor the national championship team from last year, which, is a tremendous accomplishment and a team that accomplished a lot of adversity and really hung in there and stayed together. And I have tremendous gratitude and admiration for what these guys did. And I think, our fans have an opportunity to show that, when they come to the spring game for our current team and actually the team last year who, won the national championship. So, we're excited about the game. We're looking forward to it. It's always a lot of fun.
Okay, and with that, we're going to start with Cecil. Go ahead.
Uh, Coach, can y'all hear me okay today?
Hmm.
Great. Will, with the first offense on Saturday, when you look at different quarterbacks, when you look at one, two, three quarterbacks with a chance to operate the first offense?
Bryce is the quarterback for right now, so he's going to operate with the first team. And, uh, you know, there's competition at the position, but in order for guys to get a lot of reps, the next guy has to play with the next guy. We may have one guy out, so we may only have, you know, uh, one guy may not be able to practice. So, what you see in this game really doesn't mean a whole lot in terms of trying to figure out the depth chart and all that because there's going to be a lot of guys missing. And, so how we play guys in this game doesn't necessarily mean anything relative to next year.
We'll go to Aaron Suttles.
With Bill O'Brien, him having worked with Deshaun Watson and doing some stuff with the RPO, do you think that helps him, given the fact that last time he was in college with Penn State, he was more of a pro style offense?
Yeah, I think it helps, but we're a pro style offense too. So that part of it is something that he can contribute to and understands very well. And I think he did have a background in some of the stuff that they did at Clemson, which is very helpful and has some similarities with some of the stuff that we did here. I don't think we have an issue right now in, what people know and what they're trying to coach, but we do have an issue with how we're executing it on a consistent basis, which is, to me, something that we got to coach into the players to be more consistent, to be able to do these things because we have a lot of new faces at the receiver position and that's without Mechie out there. There's not one guy that has significant playing time. Slade played a little bit last year, so it's a work in progress.
Okay, we'll go to Michael Casagrande.
Yeah, how do you define a successful 8A game? What makes a spring game good for you?
I like to see the players play hard. I like to see them be able to execute the basic things that we're, sort of calling and playing in the game. try to evaluate how many guys we think can play winning football, how many guys have earned the right to have a role, on this team by how they compete and how they play, what kind of juice, how they enjoy playing football. I mean, all those things contribute to how a guy develops. So, who are we going to invest our time in to help contribute to, the team and the future of the team? So I think we can evaluate all those things. I think we've been evaluating them all spring, but we're going to continue to evaluate them in this game. Obviously, you never want to get a guy hurt, and we're hopeful that that doesn't happen. But we like to see execution. We like to see players gain confidence in a game-like situation that they go out and play well, and that helps their confidence going into the season next year.
Charlie, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Yeah, you after the scrimmage, you mentioned Evan Neal and Javian Cohen. Just do you have an update on those two and their statuses for Saturday?
No, I don't. I'm not going to talk about injuries. I'm not going to talk about status of players. I just not going to talk about it. I mean, if we're playing in the playoffs, I might tell you whether they were going to play or not. But I don't. If they play, it's going to be an opportunity for them to improve and get better. If they don't, it's going to be an opportunity for the guy that's behind them to play and get better. So either way, we win. So I don't think it's significant.
Okay, we'll go to Tony.
You mentioned Bryce being the guy right now. How happy are you that
I
he's
just said Bryce is going to play with the ones. All right. So that's the way it's going to be.
how happy are you that he's been able to kind of progress the way he has been? And do you find he's more confident now?
Well, how do you know that he's progressed the way he has been? What have you seen that be able to make that statement, first of all? I mean, I'm happy with his progress. I don't want you to think that, but I just want, I don't know where you sort of can just come out and make that statement. But I'm
Well-
happy with his progress. I think he's played well this spring. I think he showed good leadership. He's made progress. I think he understands the offense. He's worked hard. So, I can make the statement because I watch him practice every day, but I don't know how much practice you saw.
Okay, with that, we'll go to Blake Topmeyer.
Nick, with the NCAA D1 Council passing the rule for the one-time transfer exception, how do you foresee that affecting, how you build an incoming class? Does that require you to think about how many spots you save for transfers, versus high school prospects?
We have thought about a strategy that we'll use. You've heard me speak about this before, but now that it is a rule, we're going to adapt to it and making it an advantage for us. I think what's going to happen, as you see happen in a lot of leagues, the good players go to a good team, and the bad players leave good teams because they're not playing. So is that going to make the rich get richer? I don't know. You can decide that, but we will only look for transfers that are going to help our team be better. So that means we have to have a need for them. They have to be better than the guys that we have in the program right now at their position. And so we'll be selective in how we choose guys. We're still going to recruit quality players that we can develop in the program. I don't think it's going to change our philosophy on that. Because if we save spots to be able to do this, then what happens with the guys that leave your program? You just replace them with guys from other programs who probably, I don't think we're going to have our best players on our team want to leave Alabama. I mean, we do a great job here of helping players develop, be more successful in life. Lots of player development. Most guys that have left here call back 100 times wanting to come back. All right. So I don't think because we do such a good job academically with our guys' career development program, we've done a really good job and have a good track record of graduating players, developing guys to play at the next level. So I don't think our good players are going to be leaving, but I think we'll be able to get some good players to join us when we have room to do that.
All right, Coach, that's all we've got for today. Thank you.
All right, thank you.